an organization that I created with my friend Dustin Lampros, or Scrappy.
I had a good friend of mine, Ryan Montgomery. He's an ethical hacker.
He's a professional MMA fighter. Protect the children.
Oh!
Ryan Montgomery.
Scrappy just rocked him!
You're the #1 ranked ethical hacker in the world.
He's just a very brilliant guy.
You and your MMA buddy, who looks like kind of just a dude you wouldn't want to get punched in the face by.
He's an animal.
Hunting down these people that are exploiting children.
Stay away from kids!
You could have ruined a child's life.
Saving who knows how many kids.
I needed Jesus in my life.
God's got a plan for me.
All glory to God, my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ.
I go to church with him twice a week.
And you're lying. You're lying through your teeth.
And I'm not going to stop until I make as much impact as possible.
Sometimes in life, two seemingly opposite things combine to make something unexpectedly powerful and unique. Steve Jobs, a visionary marketer, and Steve Wozniak, a technical genius, forging an alliance and subsequently creating a technological behemoth.
Now I'd like to show you Macintosh in person.
Hello, I am Macintosh.
The fusion of African rhythm and European musical structures causing the emergence of jazz, a musical symphony of cultures enjoyed by countless people worldwide. Today, you will bear witness to the amalgamation of two very different individuals joined together by their convictions to give, serve God, and protect those who cannot protect themselves. (1993) Pennsylvania. The Keystone State endured a 3-day blizzard that came to be known as the Storm of the Century, having dumped almost 2 feet of snow in many areas, yet the Philadelphia Phillies still celebrated a stellar season in Major League Baseball, making it to the World Series Finals before sadly losing to the Toronto Blue Jays. It was here in Delaware County that Ryan Montgomery was born and raised, and by the time he had reached 11 years old, one of Montgomery's lifelong passions would enter the scene.
I grew up right outside of West Philadelphia in Delaware County, Pennsylvania. Computers were always my passion.
19 plus years hacking, you're self-taught. I believe you said you started hacking at 10 years old.
11, yeah.
11?
I don't know if you remember this, but back in the day, AOL used to send floppy disks in the mail, and they give you a trial. And I remember seeing the shape of the floppy disk, and there was a little icon of it on the desktop computer. And I was like, I wonder what would happen if I put this floppy disk in the computer. And I saw the AOL logo from the mail show up on the computer screen. And it blew my mind as a kid. It blew my mind.
Ryan would begin to sharpen his skills primarily through learning how to hack marketing campaigns and by utilizing bug bounties.
But what is bug bounty hunting? Bug bounty hunting is a form of ethical hacking, where you search for vulnerabilities in websites and apps and report them to the owners or developers in exchange for a reward.
So companies like Amazon, Facebook, YouTube, Netflix, all the huge companies out there, they offer a monetary value for a bug.
But with Ryan's newfound income stream to the tune of large sums of money, especially for a young teenager, how Montgomery spent his bug bounty riches became problematic.
I grew up in, not the best area in the world, and I was in the wrong places, doing the wrong things, and a lot of people I grew up with, doing the wrong thing, doing drugs.
Also, I remember you saying that you went to raves when you were younger.
I loved going to the raves and doing drugs, and acting like a nut, and all the money it made, it all went to drugs and doing dumb stuff.
And Ryan is surely no stranger to the tragedy that addiction can bring.
I lost my Uncle Richie to an overdose. I lost my best friend Ricky Rivas to an overdose, and the #1 leading cause of death, 18 to 49 right now, is fentanyl.
After a few years, Ryan was able to move away from his drug-fueled lifestyle and the rave scene. Subsequently, he then began his quest to make a difference in the world.
But you've done some other incredible stuff that should easily outweigh that. You started a rehab by the time most people were having their first beer, you had founded a rehab center, essentially.
Yeah.
Is that accurate?
That is accurate.
My name is Shelby. I will have 8 years in July. I was filled with self-hatred. Today I feel a sense of who I am as a woman. It's a long tunnel, and sometimes you can't see the light at the end there, but it's there.
I had 3 mental health and substance abuse facilities. And
You started a rehab at age 22?
My name's Clayton. I'm approaching 6 years sober. Basically, I didn't have a life as a result of going to treatment. I am newly married, I have a wonderful wife, in the process of purchasing my first home.
I had 3 facilities, 144 beds with 120-ish employees. It was an honor. I was able to help a ton of people and start a cool scholarship program for people that were just like me, that didn't have money, didn't have insurance.
It was this venture that had triggered Montgomery to move to South Florida.
I decided to move to Florida, so I went back to PA. I put my car on the back of a U-Haul, filled it up with all my stuff, drove down to Florida from Pennsylvania and never looked back, and started a drug and alcohol and mental health facility. I did that for almost 7 years, or a little over 7 years. I don't remember the exact time.
Elsewhere in space and time, as if by divine providence, 1 year after Ryan was born, the second half of this dynamic duo story was beginning to be written. Tornado Alley.
You need to be below ground immediately.
Spanning across approximately 500,000 square miles that encompasses 8 states, Tornado Alley provides highly favorable conditions for the creation of high frequencies of these sometimes deadly storms that can endanger over 17 million people yearly. In 1925, for example, the alley produced the tri-state tornado outbreak that involved a cluster of at least 12 tornadoes that battered the region for 2 days, killing hundreds of people. One of these tornadoes is recognized as the feared F5 Fujita rating and ripped across multiple locations. One of these locations was Illinois. Fast forward to 1994, and Illinois was experiencing the athletic fallout of Michael Jordan's first retirement from their beloved Chicago Bulls the previous year.
This is my choice, and I've always wanted to make it my choice, and it's a choice that I chose to live with.
Yet in the very same year, small-town Freeburg, Illinois, with a population of only a few thousand, began the tale of another gifted athlete who would also become a tornado to those who prey on the innocent.
Dustin Lampros. I'm 27, from Freeburg, Illinois. My name is Dustin Lampros. I'm 27 years old. I live in Boca Raton, Florida.
Growing up, I played football, baseball, basketball. Football is actually how I got my nickname, Scrappy.
It's like a small little country town. I have like 160 kids in my graduating class. I grew up in Freeburg, Illinois, a small country town, cornfields and back roads.
I was always the smallest guy on the football team and always getting into fights.
Dustin, Scrappy, is quite the character.
Just changing the brakes on my car. When doing this, you want to make sure that the new brakes stay completely dry, or else it can mess up the whole process. But we got this.
And much like Ryan Montgomery's experience, it was early on in Scrappy's life that his passion, as if by destiny, would come knocking.
I'm from the Midwest, and actually where I'm from, there isn't really any martial arts.
My buddy came over, and he had a black eye, and I asked him where he got it from.
I think it was more or less like destiny.
And he told me he recently joined a gym and was doing boxing and kickboxing and MMA lessons.
Started off at a little gym when I was like 14.
After about 4 months training with my friends at this gym, my dad thought it would be cool to get me tickets to a show on my 15th birthday for me and my friends to go to. And the promoter was like, do you know anybody that would want to fight? The promoter asked my dad if he knew anybody that would want to fight.
He asked me, and I took my first kickboxing fight on my 15th birthday.
I ended up winning. It wasn't a pretty win, it was a disqualification win, but I got the experience and I got the W, and that's all that mattered to me.
Now, with Scrappy's newfound passion within the world of combat sports, it turns out he's quite good at it, and soon, at 20 years old, moved to South Florida giving it everything he had to eventually become a professional mixed martial artist.
I ended up packing my car at 20 years old and I drove down.
Everyone in the world is going to remember Dustin Scrappy Lampros.
I didn't have a background in martial arts. It was a whole new level training down in South Florida. I got to train alongside of some of the best guys in the world.
I think Lampros wins the whole thing, gets that UFC contract, he starts working his way towards UFC gold.
Guys that I admire, guys I watched on TV. Since I've moved down to Florida, I've been all over. I probably had 10 different homes. I was sleeping off pool benches, off the beach. At one point, I was even living out of my car for a month and a half just so I could train full time. Out of my car, just so I could train full time.
You're 8-0 with 7 finishes.
Right now?
Yeah.
9-0 with 8 finishes.
9-0 with 8 finishes.
Dustin Lampros. Coming to the cage, it is Dustin Scrappy Lampros.
Fighting out of Freeburg, Illinois, this is Dustin Scrappy Lampros.
Thornton in the blue.
You know, Dustin's known to come out. Oh, lots of movement.
Oh!
That hurt.
Chopped him down. That must have hurt.
Bad luck with breaking hands.
Oh, that would hurt.
Circling, really throwing that
Oh,
down.
there's a huge shot.
Big shot.
Lampros is just mauling him. Oh!
Angle there.
Oh!
Undefeated so far in the career, right? So, I mean, I guess, do you feel like it was the right decision for you?
Yeah, of course.
That was some pinpoint accuracy there by Dustin.
He is out, ladies and gentlemen.
Big
Scrappy just rocked him.
Heavy hands. Bang. Guillotine.
Oh, big knee to the head.
Oh, there it is. There it is.
Lampros able to finish.
Dustin Scrappy Lampros.
Fighting with such intensity, it most likely comes as no surprise that Dustin Scrappy Lampros draws his passion from his family and his faith.
You know, my dad poured concrete for a living. You know, my mom, she painted and was a bartender, so.
Beautiful display. Scrappy going outside for his mom.
Yeah, my mom, I loved her to death, and she was miserable. You know, she was just in so much pain with her neck that led to her getting, you know, hooked on different type of pain pills that, you know, she struggled with, and she just did whatever she could to numb the pain because she was hurting so much all the time. Hanging out and fighting for my little brother. You ready, Luke? I'm gonna sit. Go. Hands up. She was just having trouble, you know, she didn't leave the house much. So I moved back, and then 3 weeks later she passed. Dang. Were you with sis?
Oh, I was earlier today.
Things have been rough the past couple of years. Losing our mom. And my little brother found her on the couch. Damn. He called me at 2 in the morning, screaming, crying, not knowing what to do. And I was all the way in Florida, that I couldn't help. And that's what kills me the most, that I feel guilty every day. It's more like I get upset because I feel bad for him.
Mom's looking down, she's hiding, bro.
Yeah, I know. My little brother looks up to me a lot. I hit a point, it was after like my 7th pro fight. You know, I was 27, 28 years old. Or yeah, about 27, 28 years old, 7-0. You know, I had money in my account. I'm in South Florida. I'm around, you know, beautiful women. I got everything going for me, you know, in a position where any fighter would want to be. And I wasn't happy. I came to realize was that I needed Jesus in my life. You know, I want to do what he has planned for me. I don't want what I want.
The most gangster thing you could do, man, is give your life to Jesus, bro. I said, because Paul was a gangster, bro. Look at what Peter did. Man, that dude messed with Jesus, he cut dude's ear off, man. Come on now. Like, it's so fulfilling when you shed that light of Jesus on someone and they turn around and tell you, hey, man, I was gonna offer my stuff yesterday, but because you said what you said.
Before long, the paths and purpose of the world-class hacker and the relentless professional fighter would cross, creating a team unlike anything seen before. My friends, I just want to take a second here and express how thankful I am for you and humbly ask that you turn on those notifications and consider becoming a member of the family here as we seek to create more impactful and higher quality documentaries. The link is in the description. Thank you so much. Mad love. And now back to the video. Two minutes. 2 minutes. Every 2 minutes, a child is sold into trafficking. Every year, 300,000 American children are victims of commercial sexual exploitation, with the average age being 12 years old. 12 years old. Over 40% of these victims are sold into trafficking by a family member. In the recent past, the world has seen an uprising of associations who diligently fight against this depraved evil preying on the children of this world. Polaris, Thorn, and Love 146, to name a few. But now, empowered by two contrasting yet courageous young men, there was coming a new face fighting the exploitation of children in South Florida and taking social media by storm.
Well, no need to sugarcoat it. You hacked a pedophile website. Tell me about this.
Yeah. I got a bunch of data from a pedophile website that I was alerted about from a friend of mine's wife. She texted me. I was at a friend's house, and I got a text message from my friend's wife, and said, she sent me some horrible screenshots of some forum posts with some really, really disturbing screenshots. I left where I was at and I went home, and I didn't know exactly what I was going to do. Obviously, I just knew that I needed to do something. After she sent those messages, I went home and did everything that I possibly could to find a way, to take this thing down. They were, targeting children. It was clear from the screenshots that the website was on the regular internet. Anyone could access it. I've never seen anything like this in my life. I found a vulnerability in their platform. I got in. And from that point on, I started to exfiltrate the data every single day. All of the users, not all these people are still out there, but the website's down.
How many people are on this website?
At first, I thought it was a couple thousand. When I cleaned up the database and figured it out, there's about 7,000 people in just this one website, and we have a total of 5.
How many names altogether?
I can't give you an exact number. I'm not sure. I bet it's tens of thousands. I was really under the impression that the government was going to just show up or call me or do something to take this thing down, and nothing happens. So I was like, okay, well then I'm going to go to the media. I'm going to make this public, and I'm going to force their hand, basically, is what I felt at that time. All of them had the exact same response, and it was that they couldn't run the story because their legal team was not okay with it.
Wow.
I had full conversations with the reporters. They knew what they were getting themselves into. They were very excited about reporting on it. And once it got back from legal, they weren't allowed to report on it.
During his interview on the Sean Ryan Show, Ryan Montgomery illustrated just how prevalent and pervasive this problem truly is.
Ryan, do you think you could demonstrate right here, right now, how fast these sexual predators will show up in a chat room?
Yeah.
Fire your computer up. Let's do it.
I named myself Ashley Female New Jersey. 13 Female New Jersey. Let's see how many private messages come in. 2 already. 3.
It's been like 10 seconds.
Yep. Hey, want to fool around? Hey, how old are you?
He's already messaging in?
Oh yeah, there's a ton. I can't even keep up with them here because every time I click one, there's more on the list.
It hasn't even been 60 seconds yet.
And another guy just messaged. There's one guy here who is 47 years old, less than a minute, who wants to talk to a child in a teen chat. And I only said hi in the chat room, nothing else.
You jumped in a chat room, you called yourself Ashley 13 New Jersey.
Mm-hmm.
Literally less than 10 seconds. We have a 47-year-old.
Ryan had begun to share his information with groups dedicated to fighting against this depraved and exploitative industry. With his business acumen, he knew he could take it to the next level and begin tackling this issue head on. It just so happens that one of his newfound friends in South Florida would be the perfect wingman.
For the last a little over 2 years, I've been working with organizations across the country that are catching predators.
And for years, he's been behind the scenes, being an info guy, basically.
And I brought up, I was like, hey man, you know, do you know how bad it is on the internet? Like I told him the story that I just told you.
I've had 2 people in my life that were victims of it.
He was blown away by the fact that nothing happened. And I told him, I said, like, you know, let me show you how bad it is, not just tell you.
Just went on the laptop at the house, and
so I was like, Google search teen chat room Florida, or you know, it was something similar to that.
He's like, here, I'll show you how easy it is. And he set up a fake account within like 2 minutes, and we had like 30 different like grown men messaging us. And
that was for a 9-year-old.
Yeah, that was for a 9-year-old.
And he showed me within like 5 seconds how bad it was.
So I said to him, hey, if we get some decoys in there and they you know, grown women or grown men, they pretend to be children, we can go and try to catch these people.
He brought up how he's been doing it for the past 2 years as like the info guy, like the behind the scenes guy, and expose them in real life, just the same way I've been helping organizations for 2.5 years do it, except instead of me sending it to them, we'll do it ourselves. We'll clean up our, you know, at least try our best to clean up our town in South Florida. He was like, yeah, I've always wanted to do it in person myself, but I've never had anyone to do it with. And I'm like, I'm your guy. I'm like, I'll do that, you know? Like, I have no problem, you know, confronting these guys. And
he was like, yeah, man, I'm definitely down to do it. And of course, you know, at first you think when somebody says they're down to do something like that, it's a hit or miss. But he was on point, ready to go.
And before you know it, 561 PC had been born.
Right now, we want to introduce you to a local MMA fighter on a mission.
561 PC is an organization that I created with my friend Dustin Lampros, or Scrappy.
What you doing here, bro?
Chilling.
Just chilling?
Yep.
Not here to meet anybody?
I talked to Dustin Lampros, the founder of 561 PC, or Predator Catcher.
Hey, yo, Brent.
Brent.
What's up, dude?
Lampros is the face of a social media group known as 561 PC.
Every single time I'd be holding the camera and he would be reading the chat logs that would be collected by an adult. An adult would decoy as a child.
You guys have someone pretending to be like a child, like a 13-year-old girl, texting with an adult man.
We have a decoy that lives in another state. She's a grown woman.
You then say, come meet me at Walmart. They show up, and it's Scrappy.
Hey, Valerie. Hey, what's going on?
Why am I here?
Yeah.
No reason why. Okay.
Is that what you're doing here?
That's what I'm doing, yeah.
Who are you talking to, Josh?
No one.
Who were you just talking to on the phone right there?
That was my wife.
That was your wife, Nikki?
Yeah.
No, I don't think so.
They collaborate with organizations using online decoys to track down possible predators. When the suspect asks to meet up in person, that's when Lampros steps in.
Listen, we don't want to go to the cops. We have all your information. We just tell them we don't want to go to the cops, and we give them like an option, but we're always going to the cops.
Every time.
Thanks, guys.
I know, but we go.
I'm just saying. Touch my phone, bro.
The cops are with you guys. Listen, you know it's wrong. Listen, you know what you're doing wrong.
Police are going to come. They're going to come to your work. I can call your wife. I can do everything. You want us to have a conversation?
All right, then just talk. Just talk, and that's it. And then
Can you please?
I'm not a normal person.
Well, obviously you're not a normal person, because normal people don't drive 30 minutes to meet a 13-year-old. Oh, so you're probably wondering who this is. This is Brent. He's a 40-year-old Boca Raton man who he thinks is meeting and picking up an 11-year-old child at Walmart. All right, well, we're coming. When somebody's innocent, they don't run. Have you answered a few questions?
I'm not going on camera.
Okay, well, so I can go to law enforcement right now? That's
No.
Okay, then I'll do that. I mean, we can talk.
No, I'm not doing anything. I'm shopping.
Why are you here?
I'm shopping.
Listen, Molly,
I'm shopping.
We have everything. I mean,
Okay,
you want to
I'm
lie?
shopping. I'm shopping.
You know you're not shopping.
Yeah.
Bro, I'm not doing that, bro.
But you already, this is our, listen, we have everything, bro. We have everything.
Okay. Yes, listen.
Listen, I know everything.
Let me, first of all, let me apologize, okay?
To who?
Bro, I'm
13-year-old? You could have ruined a child's life.
Yes, sir, I understand. And
you don't understand because you wouldn't have showed up if you understand. Why a 30-year-old man Ubers an hour and a half to hang out with a 13-year-old?
Authorities say the suspect was here at Walmart, walking the aisles, waiting to meet up with who he thought was a 13-year-old girl he'd been chatting with online. Imagine his surprise when he sees a full-grown man confront him holding a phone full of evidence.
Should I just get the law enforcement involved?
No.
So then let's try one more time. Who were you talking to?
Just talking to a friend.
And how old is that friend that you're aware of?
19.
How old did the friend tell you she was? Because I have the messages. How old?
They told me I was told they were 19.
Okay, so these messages are wrong? That where this person shows you or tells you that they're only, what, 13? So you're lying. So I'm going to just get law enforcement and they'll take care of it all for me.
No, you don't have to.
Okay, so now I'm going to ask you one more time. How old did she say she was?
13.
So you're married?
Yes, I never went.
Are you married?
Yes. I deleted the app and I continued.
Do you need help? We stop child predators is what we do.
I get that.
Organization.
I screwed up 100%.
Well, you can't tell a 13-year-old that kind of stuff. Okay. It's illegal. And
if she was here tonight, what was your intentions?
My intentions were saying hi, and that was it.
To say hi and do what, though?
Say hi, and that was literally it. To say hi, meet her, just see her
Why do you want to
face.
meet her, though?
See her face, and that was it.
He just wanted to say hi, and that was it?
Yeah, that's for sure all he wanted to do.
Why do you want to meet her?
As I said in the end, literally to see her face, and that was it.
38-year-old man coming to me with an 11-year-old? Stay away from kids!
Hey, just talk to us. Just talk. Just talk to us.
I don't know where you're from.
It doesn't matter. I'm with 561 PC. We catch online child preds. She's here to meet a 14-year-old girl off the internet.
No, I'm not.
This lady's here to meet a 14-year-old girl.
No, I'm not.
To bring her back to a hotel. Here, let's go talk to these officers right down here. Officers.
I'm good.
Well, that's why they're here.
No.
Yeah, they are.
No.
Yeah.
I'm not doing anything.
She's right here.
I'm not doing anything.
I have all the information. You're lying.
I'm not doing anything.
You're lying through your teeth.
Sir, listen, a lot of times that's not just me using my phone in that app. I'm telling you, I promise you, I do have a brother that does use my app too. I promise you, sir, that was probably not me.
So now you're blaming. You're gonna.
No, I'm not blaming.
So now
nobody,
you're selling out your brother.
No, my brother does that.
So that's not you.
Like I say, my brother does use my own phone too.
But you know how ignorant you sound right now.
Yes.
You know we know you're lying. Come on, dog.
Listen, no, because
listen, I have every message, so there's nothing that you can tell me that I don't know. Why are you coming to meet a 13-year-old? What are you going through? You have a wife.
I'm going through a rough time right now. I lost my father, and it's a really rough time for me, and I'm not thinking right.
So
I just want to.
Why? I know you want to leave this all behind. Of course you do, because this is felony right here that you're committing.
I've never committed a felony in my life.
That's what this is, though. When you agree to meet a 13-year-old under your knowledge off the internet, that is a felony.
I apologize.
You're not. Don't apologize to me. Apologize to the parents that are out there that got to worry about grown men like you.
Could I say I was lonely? Yeah, I could say I was lonely.
Lonely. With a wife of 15 years. Yeah, makes sense.
I would like to do 13 push-ups for doing 13 push-ups.
So while we're waiting for the cops, I kind of like to make them feel a little embarrassed by doing some kind of punishment like push-ups or squats.
And say, I will never meet a 13-year-old again. 13 squats? Yeah, after this we can go outside after. We'll do it right here so no one sees it, so you don't get attention brought to you. Say, I will never meet a 13-year-old again.
I will never meet a 13-year-old ever again.
What do you think your wife would say?
She would go through the roof.
So here's how this could go. You don't want to call her right now and tell her? Yeah, that's her. On her number, I have all information. Am I making that up?
Yeah.
I am?
Yes.
Wow, look at no accountability, no care at all.
Listen, I don't know what he all tells her. You feel me? Because
so why'd you show up then? If it was him,
I don't know.
Oh, you wanted to do it for him?
No.
You wanted to commit the felony for him?
No.
Can I ask you a quick question off the record? What happened here?
What do you mean? What happened here?
With your ear?
I'm a professional MMA fighter. Oh. Yeah.
Oh,
so
wow.
my question is though, do you want to call your wife right now, or should we just show her the video and talk to her ourselves and let her know everything? Or do you want to call her? Okay, let's call her. Listen, this is how you hold yourself accountable.
Hey, sweetie.
Hi, what?
How are you?
Busy, but then I have to take right now.
Oh, okay.
What?
It's kind of an emergency. Can you go somewhere?
Hey, Nicole, your husband needs to talk to you.
What?
I did something wrong, and I don't want you to get mad at me. I was talking to someone else on a chat site, and I made a big mistake, and they were younger than they were, and I just want to let you know I made a big mistake.
How old did she say she was?
13.
13 years old?
13.
And you came all the way here from, because you were in Boynton, you came here to Walmart to meet her, correct?
Yeah.
Right?
So I made a mistake, and I will just want to let you know, and I'll talk to you more about it later.
I mean, it's a big mistake because it's a felony.
And I'll talk to you about it when I get home.
Like, what's going to happen?
So your husband came to Walmart to meet what he thought was a 13-year-old for adult purposes.
So I just wanted to talk to you about it when I get more about it in general when I get home. They just wanted me to call you to let you know what was going on.
Somebody needs to hold him accountable because your husband is here to meet a 13-year-old.
I'll talk to you more about it when I get home.
And he's trying to rush you off the phone right now.
Because she's at work. She's at work, and they're getting busy.
I'm sure she's more concerned about her husband about to cheat on her with a 13-year-old.
And I just want to apologize with everything going on, and so I just figured they want me to call you to let you know. And I'll talk to you more about it at home. Okay, love you.
Bye.
And there's a cop right there, and there's 2 cops. And thank you very much. I'm going to jail.
Well, you should have came to meet a 13-year-old.
Thank you very much, gentlemen.
Thank you very much. You did this. You're here. It's our fault that he came to meet a child?
Yeah, definitely our fault. What are we doing?
Yeah, you should stay away from kids.
We gotta call this is exactly what should happen.
Bye-bye, Valerie. Stay away from kids. So you Ubered an hour and a half here to see a 13-year-old?
Yes, sir. It doesn't matter.
Right?
Yes. Hello.
Hello. Hi.
Hello, how you doing?
What's going on this evening?
Well, you explain to him. This is what should happen every time. Shout out to Delray PD.
Shout out to Delray. Protect the children.
Stay away from children.
Yeah. Well, why don't you explain to these police officers right here?
I'm okay.
Well, they're right here. You can talk to them.
No, I'm just going out to my car.
They know why you're here.
Can we talk outside for a second?
I was walking to my car.
Walking to your car? Perfect. We can talk outside.
Let's go talk outside.
I made a big mistake. I've never done anything like this in my life.
Well, he said his blood sugar's low and he's getting arrested. They took his phone.
You'll never know the full impact of how many kids that you've saved by kids smartening up about what they're doing online, parents smartening up about what their kids are doing online, and these pedophiles, you're going to put the fear of God in them.
Oh, for sure.
And
that's the goal.
Through trauma, addiction, pain, and loss, Ryan and Scrappy were able to compassionately fight in the depths of depravity and serve those who are victimized and broken. I humbly ask that you keep 561PC, Ryan, Scrappy, and their new cameraman Chris in your prayers and consider partnering with them as their links are in the description. If you are a victim of abuse, there are additional links below for help. I lovingly challenge you to love your neighbor as yourself. If this video blessed you, then please check out this video to get started in the right direction. Mad love, God bless, and I'll see you in the next one.